really cool seeing things starting to leaf and bud out, especially like this peach tree where it's from one node. It's determined to grow. This is a peach on our corner that we cut probably 5 foot off of. We left a lot of other branches, but just like this, a lot of our other trees are doing really well. So let's take a look around at some of the stuff that's coming on in the spring. So welcome everybody. Sometimes it's a little hard making videos in the city because I have neighbors and I get self-conscious when they're standing outside. But we have I wanted to show you some of the tasks like with the chickens and a couple of the other plants that are budding out. Just to kind of give you an update on how things are going. So as we walk up here onto the chicken coop, we have a number of things that are actually coming back that I was surprised about. I'll just pick out a couple. This fella right here has been beat up and I thought for sure it was dead, and that is a Sparking Delicious plum, and it's doing really well. I thought for sure, I mean, just looking at, you see all the scrapes and discoloration and all that, I think it's been chewed on. But we just did kind of a top cut and it's coming back pretty strong. This is another one that I'm excited about. This is a male seaberry, and this may be the last one that's actually alive. This was the first year, you see how it died, but then it kind of shot back and put on this extra growth. But it's budding out quite furiously. I think we're going to be all right this year with sea berries. Unfortunately, we do have a couple of setbacks. Here is one of the Oracle almond trees that I'd bought, and I don't know if it's going to come back or not. It's been beat up pretty bad, but it's a grafted almond. You can see the paint on there, and I just don't think it was a very good match because I have a couple other of these. They just never really made it through, so maybe I'll have to try other varieties. It's been bit on a little bit, but I think it's just because it was weak and the animals kind of picked it out. But we can always get other ones, try new varieties, do a little bit of research, because I'd really like to have almonds on this property. But if we don't have almonds, at least we'll have hazelnuts, because this one is bouncing back pretty well, putting buds on. And we trimmed it pretty decently last year after we planted it. It didn't grow too much, but it's coming back. Seems to be coming back pretty strong. So that's usually one of the things I like to do in the food forest, is just kind of wander around and see how things are growing. I do have to, today I had to fill up all the waters for our main chickens and their little baby chickens. It actually broke off one of the little cups on the waterer here. You see it's where it's missing there on the left side, so we might have to just replace that. But I got them a couple little bowls, and they're okay with that for now. It's just, I mean, the upkeep, especially at night. It actually froze last night, which is not a cool deal. We got to keep these birdies in water. We also have another waterer inside, and it has a warmer on it. But since we have this plugged in for little baby birdies, where you at, little baby birdies? Hello, baby birdies. Let me get out of the shade here. Hi, birdies. Look at how big you're getting. What you doing? Can we open up and say hi? Or am I gonna scare you too much? Am I gonna scare you too much? Oh, hello. Ooh, so big. Yeah, what? 15 days ago? We got them. They're just little pipsqueaks. No, they're looking like real birds. You guys laying eggs tomorrow or what? What's going on? No? Got more weeks maybe? But no, because we have the warmer in here for the little birdies, and you can see the water is on the side, so it kind of keeps it defrosted. So the extra water that we have in here gets frozen. It froze last night, which is a bummer. But we got it replaced, and maybe with just the mass of water there, it'll kind of unfreeze. And you can always kind of tap your finger in there. The coop is doing just fine. Nobody uses it, of course, except for laying eggs. So I was actually, that's why I started filming, because I had a whole bunch of eggs that I had to grab, and I was like, well, I should at least videotape that and talk about watering some birds. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, little dudes and birds? You looking for freedom? See the doors open? Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Oh, I'm in your space. That's what it is. I'm sorry, excuse me. Excuse me, Lucy Bird. Bye-bye. We have also started checking out things like this elderberry, which is growing very well, of course. We decided not to trim that and make cuttings. I just wanted it to be as big as possible this year. But we are already taking cuttings from what was left of canes that were getting some growth on them. We just started snipping and poking them in the ground. And they seem to be doing okay. Got a few down the line there, kind of the center of the screen to the left. And those are all going to be those yellow and raspberries. So this whole area is going to be packed full. And then finally over here, this is a whole mess of strawberries. The, as they call them, June bearing, but the type that creeps and jumps along and spreads. But we've been watering those. I just watered them for the first time. And also our nursery stock here. We got an apple, a few peaches and pears. We have some Egyptian walking onions, of course. We got some mulberries that we're not sure we're gonna take. Some more strawberries and all that. We got some raspberries right here, some Carolina red raspberries. And all that's turned out really well, but I think it's about time to start watering things in pots, I think. Now that it's above freezing at night, I figured it'd be a good idea. So this is really the nicest day that we've had in about 5, and I said it froze last night. I don't know if it frosted, but it froze our water. But we're already getting trees delivered. Here is 2 Chinese apricots. Well, let me grab the thingy here. Yeah, Chinese apricots. And those are from Jung Seed. We've always been pleased with Jung Seed. But you can see here, I want to show you, when you order things by the mail, it's a tall tree. It's just over 6 foot. But they top it, right, for height. And then they have to bend all the branches to fit. So if this is a tree that was a year older, they probably would have just cut them. That's why a lot of my trees, they just look so goofy, because they were thicker stemmed, and then they just chopped all the side branches off so they could fit in a box like this. That's one of the reasons why we're trying to plus up our stock, try to do some propagating, maybe order seeds, things like that, so we can sell proper trees instead of things that have been snipped down to fit into a box. So we're actually thinking about planting one of those apricots in this food forest, and then putting the other one in one of those grow bags. That way we have something to sell. I guess just the biggest thing about this time of year, really have to play by ear. Depends on what the weather gives you. If it's a nice day, a cold day, whatever it is, and come out and see what you can actually get done. I have to wear a jacket and a hat, but it's really, if I was doing any actual labor, I'd be sweating. So I hope everybody's getting ready for spring. They got some seeds started, and maybe even buying some sea berries and Chinese apricots for themselves. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.